Hi, so now that the reading log is over, I get to do my reflection on my project. So, if I'm describing the process of how I picked my books, I pretty much went through two cycles of looking for books. So, the first one, I just was at the library and I just looked for books that I thought looked interesting and seemed like they would be somewhat like racially conscious or maybe not, and I could criticize it then. Um, but I probably just got about like 10 or 11 books and then read them all and then decided from those ones which ones I wanted to do. So that was The Secret Olivia Told Me, Spike the Mixed Up Monster, Goldfish on Vacation, and The Best Mother I got from that round of books. And then from class, I luckily really liked the Echo Echo that whenever we were looking at our poetry unit. So that was a really good one to include, I think, because I'm not the biggest poetry fan. So I'm glad that I found one that I actually related to and liked, and that I would recommend to someone. And then the second round, I actually looked up because I had about four left to do, and I actually like cross-referenced between a website that was doing reviews on culturally sensitive and inclusive books and cross selected it with our library selection, and then from that I found Last Stop on Market Street, the Ruth Bader Ginsburg book, Julian is a Mermaid, and um, A Different Pond. So that was actually the best part for me. I love like reading the books, like finding them is my favorite part. I think the most difficult part was trying to make sure that I was including everything that I wanted to include in what I was finding. Like I would to be able to capture, and I think it was a better media choice to do the videos, but I also think that it would have been harder for me to convey how much I liked some of these books through a paper as opposed to on camera because I could actually show the pages that I loved and actually talk about them in my own voice without making it super formal, which I liked. Um, and so then out of all the books, this one's really hard because I really liked a lot of these books. So I'll start with what I didn't like. Spike the Mixed Up Monster, if I could go back to my first round, I wouldn't have picked that one, not because it was a bad book. It was like a Nick Jr. producer who wrote it. So, I mean, it was a good one. And I liked that it had the nonfiction part at the back where it explained about the animals, but honestly, I just think that I read such other amazing books. For example, this one got left out because I had to pick between A Different Pond and Noah Chases the Wind, which is a story about a boy with autism, but it's very subtle. So I think that I would have liked to have that inclusion in my reading log, but I kind of just ran out of books, and I thought that A Different Pond was a different format than what any of the other books that I had was, so that's why I chose to include that one instead. And it was kind of I also didn't have any Asian influence in my reading log yet, so I felt like that was important. Um, my favorite books, I loved the art in The Secret Olivia Told Me. The way that she shows the hair, the texture of the hair is insane to me. That she can make each child look so different just from a profile. And I like the imagery of the balloon and the symbolism of the string of the balloon and the balloon itself for the secret. Last Stop on Market Street was phenomenal also. I have never seen illustrations like that. So they're definitely ones that I would include in any kind of suggestion that I would give to anyone. But I also just, my like own feminism and love for history and stuff was just like lit up by the Ruth Bader Ginsburg book. So that one was really awesome too. And I just can't really pick which one is my favorite because I thought they were all cool. Um, and then the Goldfish on Vacation was super fun and adorable. And so I think they each have something different about them that I like. And so I can't really compare them because they're so different. But they serve their purpose in each way. And I think that I've learned a lot about, um, oh, there's Theo. There's the cat. Um, but I think that I've learned a lot about um, picking books to help children understand our culturally pluralistic world. And I think that from here on out, I will be able to. I mean, I'm not planning on becoming an educator, but for my own children, for my friends' children, for my nephew that was just born, I can definitely recommend books that I think will make an impact, make a positive impact, um, and interest children in literature as well. So I really enjoyed it. If for future 219 students, I would say I think I started picking books in October. Um, I would honestly, I would recommend this format. I think that the video was a really fun way of doing it and really different. I've never done anything like this before. Um, but and it was not so bad. So I think the 10 books, I think the way that it was set up, I think the freedom that we had to pick books, we didn't have to follow any guidelines really. So I would keep that for next semesters. But 219 students, just make sure that you're starting it early enough. So see you later.